This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. I hope everyone's having a good day today. Beautiful weather down here in sunny Florida, low 80s. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and bring on my co-hosts. We got a two for one, Mr. Johnny O and Tom O'Gara.
Yeah, John Scott, what's going on?
You know it. I know it wasn't the game you wanted to be at, but let's hear about the game, Tom.
I don't have much nice to say today about the game. I liked we ran 40 times again. I didn't like the usage of some of the plays. Play calling is Mickey Mouse at best. It's almost $62 million with OBJ, Tyreek, and Waddle. We got one target for 9 yards going into the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't think a ball traveled more than 7 yards downfield the entire time on offense. Mismanaging the clock again. It should have been going in 10-0 at halftime, 10-7 at the worst, whatever. Here we are tied going into half on bumped up time.
Should have been 10-0. It was 10-3.
10-3, yeah, 10-3.
What's up, Crazy Dolphin?
Yeah, that's right. 10-3.
I was going Papa Paul, Johnny O.
Julian Hill yet again drops another first down, has a false start penalty on the next play, and then we have to kick the ball. Sounds good. Why is he on the field anymore? I don't know.
Yeah, the penalties killed us yesterday on top of everything else.
And we're doing laughing, joking around, having a good fucking time on the sidelines. Looks great. It's a great look.
Exactly. That's why I'm angry. Because of that quick scene on the sidelines where Waddle, Tyreek are sitting down joking around, and then here comes the head coach and joins the crowd. No accountability. That's the whole problem with this team. No accountability, among other things.
You said it. No, you got it right on hit the nail on the head.
Now our awesome fan base who hates the quarterback anyway, he comes back and say he wins, 7 of the next 10 games, and we're 9-8. It's not a guarantee to get in, and it's all his fault again.
Yep.
Honestly, we probably should be sellers in about a week, but we're not going to. The coach is going to get fired. Special team coach won't get fired.
What's up, Shake Money?
What's going on,
Shake?
man?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Brother Dolphin Winners.
I had to go through YouTube to get on because the link's not working.
So what? Usually, when I run into that, as soon as you click on, you're gonna click on the 3 dots and open in Chrome, and that's what we're usually.
No. Even when he sends it to me in Messenger, when I press on it, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't even get to that point.
Oh, really?
So that's why I said I had to come through. I said I know I'm gonna have to come through. I'll just come through Facebook or YouTube and get on that way. It's all good, though. It's happy to see you, brothers. How y'all doing today, man?
Hey man, I met Tom in person for the first time. What's up? It's good meeting you, Tom.
Absolutely sick, likewise.
That's
Hope you had a
what's up.
safe trip back. We're still in it. So.
I know for a fact. I know. I'm happy that you guys had a good time, but it's just sad that we went and did the Back to the Future route where we only scored 10 points in a fucking game after a bye week.
Hey, Tom, did you see Ron Jeremy on with the microphone? I think that was Ron Jeremy.
No, I didn't. Where were they on the field?
Yeah, as soon as you walk up the stairs on the left hand side.
I saw Peyton.
No, in the club, in the bar we were at.
Oh fuck! Yeah, Armando.
Oh yeah, that was the big one. My bad.
I was drunk, but like I don't think I was that bad. I remember mostly everything.
Yeah, no, my bad, my bad. I always confuse Big O with Ron Jeremy. My bad.
No, you're good.
Good afternoon, Lisa and Evan. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I could pick apart a lot of shit and be super negative, but I'll refrain just saying, we all see it, and the worst we're gonna hear today is I just feel like we didn't execute on some plays, and we ran the ball. You guys wanted us to run the ball, but
my clock management, was not on the best of terms.
I'm so done.
I rushed for 188 yards. So Tua's coming back next week. We probably shouldn't have put him on the IR, but
yeah, I'm so done. I'm so done with that. I really am. I'm done. I'm done with dude. There's no way when the Colts tied the game up at 10-10, I said we're gonna lose. And as soon as I seen it, I just knew. It wasn't that I gave up on my team. It's just when the defense is playing defense played their ass off yesterday.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. What they were
best game adjustments I've ever seen, Anthony Weaver. In-game, game day adjustments. We haven't had to do that in years, even with Florida.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. You know what's crazy is when ever there was a penalty. You know how they put the yellow lines on the ticker look like a do not cross. I was like, goddamn! You know how many times I've seen that shit on the freaking ticker on the ticker thing, yellow light every freaking 5 minutes. It seems like.
I didn't like how they didn't show the replay. The Mostert fumble, we didn't see the replay at all.
They showed the shit out of the Anthony Richardson one.
Every time, yeah, that one. We needed to see that in every single angle, high depth, the motion of the wrist, the hand. But Mostert fumble, yeah. Let's keep going. Yeah, let's go on now. Let's kick a 50-yard field goal to make it 10-3. It's okay. Think about it. First down there. Even if you get a field goal at worst, you're up 13-0.
Yeah.
At worst. Same with the Engel fumble. They're both in scoring range. 16-10, you could say. We don't score touchdowns and shit.
Yeah, because when Waddle and Tyreek do their pass run, that's it. It's like they go out, that's it. They don't come back and try to help the quarterback like Juno Smith did yesterday. Juno Smith played pretty well yesterday. That man did everything he can to help his quarterback.
And by the way, the only time I heard freaking Tyreek Hill's name being called was with the end around. I forgot he was on the damn team. Wasn't for that end around.
Well, I mean, he's got the fewest receptions in the NFL this year.
And Tyreek right behind.
600 yards. At this point last year, Tyreek was already over 1,000 yards.
Yep. Sad.
Very.
But my whole thing is they can yuck it up on the sidelines and you can see them chatting and laughing. And I'm like this, man, I understand we're humans. We can have emotions, but ain't no fans laughing when we sitting there losing to a team that we should have sat there and clearly beat. And they literally was giving us the game.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of them are these one possession losses too. It makes it even worse. It stings even harder, but it's like you gotta find a way to win and Take a few plays each game that can like help do that. Every time we need something to happen, it's fucking a lost cause. If Mike has to challenge a call, it's not gonna happen or he's gonna lose. Mismanaging the clock. We had one timeout going into that last drive. One. So we had to stop the ball from them, get them down 4 plays and get the damn ball back. No timeouts.
And no accountability because
Zero.
McDaniel was joking around with Tyreek and Waddle on the sideline, and that's right there put the nail in the coffin for me.
Yeah.
What's up, fucked up Joe?
Not showing no kind of leadership.
Yeah, I'm not
accountability
with nobody at that point. You're right, Mr. Paul. You're absolutely right.
That was
somebody's got to get angry. The only person angry is two at this point. No one.
Well, Jonnu Smith's comment was, "We did not lose to the Colts. We lost to the Dolphins. We did not. The Colts did not beat us. The Dolphins beat us." He said the Dolphins beat us.
Yeah.
We say that every week. They shoot themselves in the foot. Tons of penalties.
And also there was a scene on the sideline when Coach Weaver was standing out there, and I think McDaniels came up to him and said something, and Weaver had a look on his face like, "Man, what's going on with you?" I mean, I'm not saying that's what he was. He had this look on his face like he was serious. He was on the ball, and Mac McDaniels had a look on his face like, "Hey, it's all about it's all about having fun and joking around and this and that." And I don't know. We look more like a coach than McDaniels to me. That's what I'm thinking.
I called it a couple weeks back about saying that McDaniel's going to end up getting fired, and we're going to have interim coach Weaver.
Hey, mark my words. If they do, it's going to be interim coach Bevel because they're not going to want to win games.
Oh, that's a good point.
True.
We was too. It's too. What's the word? He's too serious.
No,
he's not somebody to play around.
Weaver wants to make a name for himself, where Bevel already has a name.
Mm-hmm.
I heard something on ESPN today, and it wasn't about our team, but it definitely fits. We have a great roster. We have a bad team.
Yeah.
We do. We have a great roster. We got skill position players. We got guys that can catch and do and run and do stuff, but we have a bad team.
Yeah.
Because it's one-dimensional. One-dimensional. And I don't actually blame just Tua, but I mean, if you look at the offensive line, I think they may not be bad, but they're so used to the Tua scheme. Same thing with
there was at least a couple of plays at least that he had plenty of time to throw the ball.
Right.
Plenty of time to throw the ball.
But what Tyreek and Waddle trying to help the quarterback out? No, only Jonnu Smith was trying to help the quarterback out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they never look down the field. You can't blame that on Waddle and Tyreek. They're not even throwing it downfield.
Don't blame it on Mike. Mike saying he didn't get it. He feels bad he didn't get him involved. If you don't game plan to get them involved, then what the fuck are you doing as a coach?
You got a coach. I mean, you got $60 million worth of receivers, and they get 2 catches for a total of 19 yards.
Well,
we'll learn from our mistakes. We'll fix things. These mistakes have been going on and on and on.
Next week we're in the Conference.
Well, all I see is a repeat of last season. I'm gonna be straight, and not even as good as last season. What I'm seeing is a weaker version of last season.
Well, you're seeing exactly what the last 5 games were last season, and then the first 6 of this year. They're all the same. Can't score. Defense plays well enough to keep you in the games. They can't put points on the board. Anybody who thinks Tua coming back is the answer is nuts, because the last 5 games of last year, Tua played all those games. The first game this year, game and a half, Tua played. We still weren't scoring.
Oh, but they happen that up already. They are already happen that up. And when Tua did his thing just a little while ago, you know what's going on. Here comes the sugar again.
We don't have any balance. We're not running the ball. They put the too high safety look and stack the box. When we are running the ball, they have to move that two safety off, and that's when we're hitting 50, 60, 70 points a game when we're unpredictable. But Mike is so Mickey Mouse that you know what's coming every 4 plays.
Yeah.
It's one of 6 plays on a call sheet. You got this crazy vocabulary, long playbook, but 6 plays, he rotates them all the time. Screen, toss, fullback dive, 7-yard out, complete. Come on. Every time. You can see the Colts picking it up. Every time it was 21 personnel, they knew wherever the running back was going to the opposite side. They were stopping it every time.
Yeah. And I don't blame the running backs because I'm gonna be straight. I think we have one of the best running back rosters in the NFL. To me.
Well, that's what I meant when I said great roster, bad team.
Exactly.
Well, we'll see Arizona next week. Oh shit, sorry. We'll see Arizona next week. If we lose to Arizona, oh my god. Probably will though. Wouldn't surprise me.
Music is my life. This is what I don't understand. Where does the ultimate responsibility lie as far as this team is playing?
I mean, the easiest thing for them to say is, well, he's missing his quarterback. What team has missed a quarterback and been successful? He had the pieces to do it. I mean, granted, they're going to say, oh, well, now Snoop's hurt too, and you got Tim Boyle coming in a 13-10 game trying to make something happen. But hey, I don't know. Honestly, there's no right or wrong answer to that question. Team's a fucking train wreck.
To me, McDaniels is the train wreck. He just
Yeah, gotta get it.
But I agree with you, but who's the thing? Who holds McDaniels accountable?
Nobody.
Okay, who holds Chris Greer accountable?
Evidently nobody.
And that's where the problem is. There's no accountability from top to bottom. I'm sorry.
That'd be a good time.
That's the problem. Or part of it.
They went from having one coach who people thought was too hard, too rough, too gruff, bad communicator, didn't care about the offense, only cared about the defense. And now a coach who is just, hey, let's go have some fun and enjoy each other's company, and
I'll spend my grandpa's money.
it's that again. As a fan, fly all the way out there. By the way, if you haven't been to Lucas Oil Stadium, go. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a nice stadium. The fan experience, once again, way better than being at the Hard Rock. They do so much for the fans and everything that goes on before the game. Tailgating. They had what was that called? Touchdown Town. No, Touchdown Town.
I don't know.
Touchdown Town, and there's all kinds of games. They had a 40-yard dash set up. They had all kinds of stuff for adults and kids. $3 beers. I mean, it just.
Well, do they have a 4-yard dash for people like me?
No, they just let the clock run for the hour, and when you finish, it goes off.
An hour would be pretty close.
But, the fan experience, everything they did on the Jumbotron in between plays, in between series, in between quarters. I mean, they were dropping T-shirts from up above with those little parachutes, and, they were coming down and, active the entire time. Even though I'm not a Colts fan, obviously, but just what they do for their fans was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, well, that's like when I went to Jacksonville to watch the preseason game. They had so much stuff going on there.
Yeah,
even at a preseason game, and I'm like, God, it'd be nice to have something like that at our home stadium.
I say it all the time. Ross does not care about the fan experience.
Exactly.
Oh no, he cares about raising the ticket prices.
No, it's coming.
Yeah, well, that's not fan experience.
I see your next game next year is going up 10%. You know it's coming. If they would have won today, it would have been 20%. Or would have won yesterday.
Well, if it keeps going like it's going, he ain't gonna have enough people buy tickets to make a difference.
Yeah, well, when we finish the season, whatever we're going to finish, it's not like he's going to give us 20% discount on next year.
Oh.
And actually, we find out in the next couple of weeks what the prices are because we got to start paying in November.
That's why they're
Yeah.
We'll come back. They win a week. You win the next week. Like you versus Buffalo. You think you're garbage now that you beat Buffalo. Oh, let that take a time. Take a time.
Well, what we have.
Come on now, tell me that's not a recipe for success. You beat the Cardinals, you come back, and then you beat the Bills somehow. Oh, there we go. Stephen Ross is sitting there like Scrooge McDuck diving in the file. Oh, here we go. We'll give him a little bit of false hope and then lose the last 7. Motherfuckers. I don't even have tickets.
I got this towel complimentary when I walked in.
Yep. Yeah, Dallas Clark one.
Yeah,
I was gonna give it to my friend, but I said, you know what? I need a souvenir, just a souvenir.
Yeah, I kept one as a souvenir as well.
Good evening, Matt Henry. So it should be this coming weekend. We should find out who the fan of the year is this year.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Cool.
It's gonna be Stephen Ross.
Ain't nobody voted for him, so it ain't no way it's him.
It is what he can. Online.
I figure it would be Shake Money.
They don't want me.
Stephen Ross is gonna be.
Have it.
The fix is in.
I just figured it'd be Shake Money, the big spoon.
Oh shit.
No, not me. I don't get.
Not me. Man, I'm just happy you guys had a good time. Unfortunately, we didn't come out with the victory, man.
Yeah, I mean, nice city. We were able to walk and do things all over the place. You know, they had scooters available if you wanted to jump on those. You know, you put your Apple Pay or credit card or whatever, and you could fly around on the scooters. And, you know, everything's pretty condensed in a pretty small area there. So Ashley and Lou did a great job having to get together on Saturday and the tailgate Sunday morning. Other people were tailgating outside by Touchdown Town and hanging out. And there was a lot of Dolphins fans there as well, like maybe 15% of the stadium.
Yeah, you definitely a lot of aqua orange. You'd see it everywhere.
Yeah, you could see aqua and orange throughout the entire stadium. So we represented well. I just wish our team represented us as well as we represent them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100% with that.
You know, and not many, but on the way out, you had to listen to the Colts fans. It's like, you guys do realize your team's not that good.
No, they're not.
You're not going anywhere.
Well, you got to get your small victories out while you can, I guess.
I guess, because they might be 4-3, but that team is not a good team.
No.
Yeah, we lost to a not a good team. That's the fucking problem, though.
Hey, listen, the one time I don't root for Anthony Richardson, he wins.
10 for 24 for 104 yards or something terrible. 124 yards. Oh my.
Well, that's where Sal and I said maybe we should have went against the Dolphins and they might have won.
Yeah, well, what's Miami's initials?
Yeah, that's what we were.
Yeah, what's the team right now?
Missing in action.
Yes, they are.
Sad, man. Sad.
I'm sitting in the stadium. We're up 10-0. He calls timeout with 28 seconds. I'm like, Mike, what are you doing? Make them call the timeout. Let the clock run down and kick the field goal. You'd be up 13-0. No, instead he calls a timeout. Next play's incomplete. And then we got a punt. A couple plays later, they're in field goal range. Now it's 10-3 instead of 13 or 10-0.
I think that's the series that Huntley got hurt too.
Yeah.
By the way, I found out 2 interesting stats. Last year against Denver, we put up 70 points. We put up 70 points all season combined.
Right, yeah. Yes. I keep saying every show we do, we are averaging 11 points a game in the last now 11 games.
Yep.
That's bad, man.
That's why, I mean, listen, as a Dolphins fan, I want us to win, and everybody's like, "Oh, Tua's coming back next week."
Okay,
doesn't
and
That don't mean shit.
No, the
thank
last
you.
5 games of last year, we were only averaging 11 points a game with Tua in there as quarterback.
Can I
Yep.
elaborate on that real quick, Paul? And I'm so happy that you said that. I want to sit there and say it for the 7 people that's watching this and my panelists. I had people sitting there fighting me, even when I said this is not slander. And I told them, I said, Tua didn't look really that great against Jacksonville and especially the Bills. So I don't understand what everybody's thinking that you think Tua's going to come back and be the second coming. He's not. The way I look at it is this: he still has to get timing down, he still has to get routes right, and they have to have a game plan to go against this Arizona Cardinals team, which is they're not to be fucked with. This is not the same old Arizona Cardinals team. So,
Yeah, that's why you're confused. That's why you're wrong.
So they're 1-5.
Anything short of you saying that Tua is not the second coming is slander.
yeah, and it really bothers me when you talk this strategic and regular football and stuff like that. It seems like people think that's slander. It's not slander. We all love the game of football, and we all love the Miami Dolphins. But you got to have a hard or constructive criticism about your team at all times. So I don't understand when people sit there and try to tell you, "Oh, I'll do this and that and that." Yo, bro, chill. I understand, and 2-9 is real, and that's why I said I will never ever be 2-9. Never, ever, ever. Because it seems like you can't even say nothing about Tua to a full-grown Tua fan without sitting there thinking, "Oh, you're slandering." No, just it's going to be a game before Tua, a game during Tua, and even after Tua leaves the sport, it's going to be a game after him. Like football is going to be football. That's just what it is. Like, damn. I've never experienced nothing like this a day in my life, yo. I'm serious. Never.
Well, listen, I don't love Tua. I don't hate. Where's my son? I don't hate Tua, but just look at what we've done the last 11 games. Go back and look. Yeah,
Not a damn thing.
the first 11, 12 games last year were great. We're putting up points. Couldn't beat the teams that were above 500, but we were winning games and they were putting up points. And all of a sudden, come to the end of the year, they couldn't score.
Right.
This year can't score. Just look at it. Numbers are facts. Go look at the numbers. We over the last 11 games, we are averaging 11 points a game, folks. It's not difficult to figure out.
You know what's crazy? I mean, I don't know if this stat applies with yesterday's score because I didn't get to figure it out mentally, but it looks like we broke each other, the Eagles and the Dolphins last year, because the Eagles hadn't won a double-digit lead or scored more than 15 points since that game alone. Yesterday they scored 28, I think, so it broke that trend, but they had not had a double-digit victory since the Dolphins last year in October, about around this time.
Yep.
See, their last 11 games is just as bad, if not worse than ours. Yesterday they got relief, obviously, but still. Terrible. All the same playbook, all the same ways on it. Yep. Built the same way. They just don't have a good offensive line. They do. That's why Hurts doesn't get hurt.
Yeah. It's sad, guys. I mean, I want to be confident going against Arizona this week. I really want to, but besides our defense, honestly, guys, I'm really not looking forward to watching this game Sunday. I'm looking forward to chilling with all of you and all of Miami Dolphins Nation and the fan base and all the friends and family and all that stuff. But this game might be fucking putrid if we don't get if Mike McDaniel and coaching staff don't get their hands out of their asses, for the exception of Anthony Weaver. We gotta figure something the fuck out. Like, what the fuck, man?
No, listen, I agree. It's ridiculous. It's Tom's over here. You can watch Yankees in the World Series this weekend.
Fuck all that. I don't want to watch that shit at all. Boo. You didn't see me. I'm happy. Boo.
What's up, brother? How you doing? Just got back from Indy.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. We just got back from Indy.
If you weren't watching the Jets.
My neighbor's a Jets fan. My neighbor's a Jets fan, so he knows what misery is.
Well, hey,
Come upstairs, or?
misery keeps company.
Yeah, well, we live right now.
We lost Johnny. He'll be back in a second.
I'll be back. There he is.
There he is.
Who's that? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm outside my house. It's gonna freeze and go on free. As soon as I go in, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Yep. So all this talk about Tua coming back doesn't mean nothing to me right now.
Yeah, and I'm
I'm not.
happy. I mean, go ahead, Mr. Paul.
No, I'm not. Like I said, I'm a Miami Dolphin through and through. But right now, I am not confident in this team. My
I
confidence
agree.
is extremely low. And what I see is, and again, I'm gonna say it again because I said it on other platforms. What I seen from our coach, Tyreek and Waddle, that scene over there, that did it for me. That did it for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
Y'all yucking it up and shit. I agree.
Well, let's take a quick commercial break. It's that time.
Hell yeah.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome watering meals and desserts? Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Juice Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
Chef Jew, Miami-Dade, Palm Beach area. Get your sweet treats.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, all I know is this season I could sum it up like this. Can you imagine, right? Somebody says, hey man, I got a bunch of Chef Jew cupcakes, right? Right? And then you open up the box and it's those dollar store styrofoam cupcakes. You're gonna be pissed, and I think that's what how this season is. We had so much expectations, bro. The 2009, I didn't feel like this in 2019 because I knew we were gonna be ass.
Right.
Here you go. Dakota J, delusional Jets fan. Jets need a quarterback. We need a head coach. We need a full, entirely new coaching staff. We need a new GM. We need a whole, entirely new defense. We need a new running back to replace Breece Hall. Jesus Christ. Aaron Rodgers is washed, old, too slow, can barely move around to the outside of the pocket. When the O-line and pocket collapses, Rodgers collapses late in his prime. He's a turnover machine for the Jets.
Well, listen.
We know how he feels.
Dakota, I hope he's that when we face him in December, because right now we really feel like our team is definitely in turmoil right now, and it's definitely not what we expected out of the first 6 games of the season, and week 7 we still can't get it together, and it's a major problem. You know, you can't go from, and I'm sound like a broken record, and I don't care. You cannot go from the number 1 ranked offense in the league to 32nd and still don't get it the fuck together.
Yeah, hey man, listen, I have good news and bad news for the Jets. The good news is you drafted 2 quarterbacks that are playing outstanding, but the bad news is it's Geno Smith and Sam Darnold.
Wow.
Which they're both doing pretty well right now.
Yeah, they were drafted by the Jets. So,
yeah.
So that means the Jets do know how to draft quarterbacks. They just don't know how to, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I guess we kind of like that with coaches. Cause look what Dan Campbell doing over there in Detroit.
Yo, they're doing a thing in Detroit, man. That Minnesota, I'm gonna tell you something. That game was a really fucking good game. I was watching Red Zone on my phone, and I'm gonna tell you guys that game was definitely a little bit better than what the score implicated. Because at first, the Lions was doing whatever the fuck they wanted with Minnesota. Then Minnesota started coming back in that game. You know, so that game was a little close for comfort, for real. It really was.
Yeah, I bet you Flores and Dan Campbell could have had a nice conversation about, oh man, you see how them Dolphins doing? Aren't you glad where you at? Look where we at, and look where they're at.
Oh, shit. I can fucking only imagine, dude. I can only imagine, man. I mean, it would be interesting to find out some of the stories, like some of the conversations that those gentlemen are having, you know, either right then and there on the field and stuff like that.
Well, as Hooked Up Joe says, Dan Campbell is letting his OC be the OC and his DC be the DC, and he's pulling it all together. That's how coaching teams should roll.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, both of those coaches, Dan Campbell and Brian Flores, have pictures with the great Don Shula.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You coming to fan club weekend too, Shake?
Oh yeah, you best believe it. I'm gonna be there with Crypto.
I'm so happy. I'm happy. Like a couple of people that at first they said they weren't going to be able to make it, they're going to make it. I'm happy you're one of them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it to the Houston game, but I will make it to the fan club weekend for sure.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Shake. This might be the last game you're gonna see me until next season, so it's all good. It really is, brother. Trust and believe. And so,
yeah, being that the Dolphins don't want. Oh, listen, if the Dolphins were playing better or at least competitive, I would have considered going to the Houston game. But I'm like, fuck that. I have better things to spend my money on.
I'm like this, man. I'm about to go out there and try out for him. Fuck it. Why not? I was thinking about coming out a couple early days, see if Paul can come get me from the airport, and we go down to Miami Gardens and say, give this man a tryout.
Yeah.
Shit, fuck it.
Oh, by the way, and the other stat I learned today, right? Tim Boyle in college only threw 1 touchdown and 15 interceptions.
Oh fuck! Oh why are you saying that? Oh what the fuck, bro? That's bad.
And as of right now, he's our backup quarterback next week.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we listen. When we played them last year in New York, we beat them 33-0. And what McDaniel was like, wow, he got shut out. Man, I really want him for our backup quarterback next year. What was he thinking?
He wasn't, obviously.
Maybe Tim Boyle is his wife's cousin or something.
Maybe that kind of sound like that, Shake. It's starting to sound like that. Good grief.
Yo, you feel bad for this dude? Yeah, all right. He could be our backup. Fuck it.
Like McDaniel was like, remember that you told me that time you caught me with that the other woman? Look, I'm hiring your wife's your cousin's son or whatever as our quarterback. Does that make it up for it? Or maybe that could be Ross's son. Who knows? Nephew or something.
Hey, hey, Shake, you better watch out. You're trying to get TFTG taken down. They're gonna be looking at you, brother. You better stop. They like that Shake money and his nope. We're gonna cut that shit quick.
I'm hiring him. How did you know that boy was my nephew?
We knew it was your nephew because all shit rolls downhill.
Yeah.
Well, y'all killing me. Y'all killing me.
Hey, listen. You know why I know. And by the way, you know how I know that Michigan is Ross's main chick and we're the side chick?
How's that?
How's that,
Because
Shay?
you give the main chick a ring and you give the side chick toys. We got Waddle and Hill, while Michigan got a national championship. They got the ring.
Good point. Good.
Stephen Ross meets with Miami Dolphin coaches in Greer. And that just came up on Finside the NFL.
As long as Ross doesn't mean with El Capitan to get somebody.
I kind of, you know, it's funny that you mentioned that, and shout out to TFTG. I tuned in a little bit listening to El Capitan and talk, and Crazy Dolphin, you was up there too, and I was listening to you guys a little bit last night, and it was really interesting, and definitely it was some good points brought up, and everybody, I'm gonna be honest with you, everybody has a right to be pissed. Every single person has a right to be pissed right now, because this is really, it's demoralizing. It's really to a point where you see your defense ball the fuck out like the way they did, cause turnovers, and you still can't get it the fuck together. Like, you know, Calais Campbell he was a disruptive force. What's his name? Chop did some things. He got a little banged up, but he came back out and played. Poyer almost came away with an interception, which it was, man, if he could have sat there and got that bitch, that would have been a big difference in the game. Those guys is balling. Deshaun Hand had a couple good plays in the game, also coming off the line. Sigler was the one that caused the turnover. Shout out to him. This defense have been bowling out every week. This defense has been proving time and time again, it's not us. I know it's a team sport. I know the Miami Dolphins are a team as a whole. But if you want to give an A+ or an A- to the team, actually I give them an A+. It would be this defense this week. It really would be, because I'm gonna be honest with you. They did what they were supposed to do to keep the team in the game.
They did everything they had to do, but except stay off the field, which is required by the offense to keep them off the field.
Agreed.
And, you know, it's not working.
Right. Because the thing. No, go ahead.
And I'm like this. No, I'll make it short and sweet, Mr. Paul. And what's so crazy is you're right, because it's just to a point right now. Dude, you and the coaching staff adjustments is not it. It's not fucking it. Wayne, shout out to Wayne. Definitely. We'll see you next week, brother. I can't wait. I just really am to a point that what are you guys, like, what are you guys fucking doing? Like, that's what I'm saying at my phone, at my computer, at my TV. What the fuck? And probably in person. What the fuck are y'all doing? Because y'all not doing what y'all supposed to be doing. And that's called making adjustments. It seems like we've been seeing the same circle of plays every fucking game. And I've been peeping that. The wheel arounds. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I did enjoy the fact that we ran the ball yesterday. I loved it. I don't understand why you would sit there and run end goal where you got Jalen Wright fucking being a monster yesterday, and you should have gave him the ball to go for the fucking first down instead of giving it the end goal. I didn't understand that call. I didn't understand that call at all. Like, you got a man that's been plowing through these dudes all game long, been disruptive. I love his style of running because he runs violently, and he's been doing it. He was averaging. He was actually, you could see he was actually in a groove. So why are you not giving him the ball? You want to give it to Engel, where Engel tried to make a play, and guess what? They stripped the ball from Engel, and that was huge because we were down at the 14-yard line. So I don't know, gentlemen. I don't really know. I don't know what else more to say. I don't know what else more to do. I am going to enjoy Fan Club Weekend with Paul and a couple of other folks that's coming down, and all of the Fins family that I'm going to see down there. I'm looking forward to that. But when it comes to this team, I'm not going to blow a gasket over this team. I refuse. I just refuse. I'm not
Amen, brother.
it, you know? I'm just not, Shay. I'm not doing it, Mr. Paul. I'm just not. I refuse. I love this team. I love this team with all my heart and soul, but I refuse to blow, because everybody's like, you kind of calm. I said, you kind of know your team after a while. You know your team. If you know your team and you know what you expect to see from your team, and your team doesn't give you that, you already have the you already have the thoughts in your mind. Oh, we're gonna lose, and you don't want to feel that way. But when you don't see things the way that it needs to be going, not the way that you want it to go, the way things that needs to be going, and like a football analogy type way, you already know. You already know. So,
Amen. Hey, listen. After this hurricane and came by and my house was unscathed, you start counting your blessings, and at the end of the day,
absolutely.
I don't cry over first world problems, bro. I don't.
Fact. That's
Mhm.
fact.
So and
Facts.
this year I got to marry my best friend, and every night I get to go home. I get to, what I'm saying, wake up to
Right.
my beautiful wife. So this is this doesn't phase me.
Entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. I don't cry over first world problems.
Entertainment.
Right.
Because,
I hear you on that.
yeah, I shouldn't say this, but sometimes I get the impression that the defense is saying the same thing. We're out here busting our butts because we're paid to do our job, and the offense is not giving us a time to get off the field and rest and compliment us so that um, I mean, it's sometimes I think the defense. I'm not gonna say they're giving up, but it's like it's like they on the field to the point so much to the
They
point
on
where
the
they too
yeah,
tired.
they
They
on the
too
field
tired.
too long. You're right.
Right. And then by being on the field too long, to me, that opens the door for more injuries.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so and just like somebody just mentioned, Weaver is making an adjustment. Every game that we played since we got Weaver, and he's made adjustment. We can start off where the running back is gashing us. Then you can see as the game go on, you can see Weaver making that adjustment. I'm saying, well, good grief. If Weaver's doing it, make that you can't see that this man is making adjustments on the defense where you should be doing the same thing on the offense, and you're a head coach.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
I
Yeah, I
agree.
Wake
hear
up
you.
and smell the coffee.
You sound like Randy Moss there for a second, brother.
And
Seriously.
then, I'm gonna say something else too.
Mhm.
When we had Fangio, I don't think Fangio really was was as bad off as people say he was. I think he seen something. He seen the writing on the wall too when he came here and said, you
Yeah,
know
I
what,
think so
I'm finna
too.
get on out of here. I'm finna get out of here because I know what's about to happen.
Hmm.
Well, I agree and I disagree because he's not doing much up in Philadelphia.
Not really. I mean, they some players like him, some players don't like him. I didn't get a chance to talk to Eric. I know you got a chance to be on the show with him last week, Paul, on
Yeah,
the Jersey Boys. So I'm not sure what you guys talked about, but I know for a fact that I think it's still going on. I told Eagle fans today I was going shopping and stuff like that. I said, you guys went against a high school football team that poses as an NFL team. So with that being said, I told them, I said, I expected nothing less but a dominant victory over you guys in that game. But I said I don't have room to talk because my team is in turmoil as we speak. But I said, you guys still got issues. And he said, yeah, we know. I said, okay. So right now, I'll be honest with you, it's kind of scary to say this, but we are somewhat in the same boat, even though that we're getting Tua back this week. We are only a play away from being just like the Cleveland Browns this season because
yeah.
they lost their
I
quarterback for
agree.
the whole season. They lost Deshaun Watson for the season. They had to go get the
Yep.
cart and bring the cart out and
Oh
get
man,
him
hey,
off the field.
did you hear what the Cleveland fans were saying?
That was generated. That was fake. I already
Okay,
know what you're saying. I seen the video and I was like, somebody put a sound bite over top of him getting drove over in the cart. That
okay,
wasn't
thank God.
that wasn't that wasn't real. That
Okay,
wasn't real.
I,
I seen it this morning and I was like, nah, bro. That was like, you know what that was? That was a wrestling event where a wrestler comes back or wins a title and you can hear them, you deserve it. And it's one of those.
Okay, I'm
Mhm.
and
like,
they put it over.
if they did that, that's scummy as fuck. I don't give a
Man,
shit.
bro, I'm gonna tell you something. I tell you this, in Philly, they used to do shit like that.
Oh
Here,
no,
here,
dude! One of the things that made me hate the Philly fans is, listen. I don't. As much as I hate the Bills, if something was
Right.
happening to Josh Allen, I won't be cheering like they did Michael Irving. Remember Michael Irving?
Dude, I was here. I live here all my life, and I remember it like it was yesterday. They stayed at the Marriott when I was working at the Marriott, and I'll never forget that game because the fans was fucking cheering the fact that he got hurt. I said, "Wow." I was like, "Wow." I said, "Y'all cheered this man demise. That's how y'all hate this team that much that you cheered this man, and the day his career was over because he was never the same after that. I think his career was over after that. His career ended here in Philadelphia."
Yeah.
And that's how I felt about that guy, the guy with the Buffalo Bills, that tackle tour. What's his first name? DeMar or something like that.
Lamar Hamlin,
When
yeah.
he when
Yeah,
he went down last year,
bro.
man, it was no longer about the Buffalo Bills. I'm looking at a young man on the ground fighting for his life, a
I'd
human
seen it.
being. Period.
I seen it on Twitter. Like somebody said, go on Twitter. It's on Twitter. So I went on Twitter real quick, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I literally just stopped in my tracks. Like I can't believe I just saw what I saw. Like he got up, and all of a sudden you just seen him not even take a step, and he just fell. And I was like, "Yo!" It was like somebody hit a button. That's
Mm,
exactly what it looked like. And that's when it's no longer about the sport. It's about, man, like,
exactly.
let's get this young man. Hopefully this young man can, get a sense of life. I don't think about
Exactly.
that. You know what I'm saying? So it's things that are deeper than sports sometimes, and some people got to put that to the wayside. Some people are just, grimy, and you just got people out here that just don't think of that. But we are human beings at the end of the day, and people forget that. People just
Yeah.
forget that altogether. I know we are very criticizing, and we have a bunch of criticism towards players and stuff like that when things don't go our way. But at the end of the day, they are still human beings, and they still have families, and they still have to do the same things that we do, or even more, in their everyday lives. So we have to keep
Yeah.
that in consideration also. So
Yeah.
I just I know we only got like about 7 minutes left. I just hope that we can turn it around for Arizona, but I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Kyler Murray didn't forget what we did to them the last time we faced them. So straight up, you know what I
And
mean?
by the way, I hope if I mean, I don't hope we don't lose, but if we do lose, I hope Tua walks off and doesn't shake his hand like he did Tua like last time.
Mhm. Mhm. Well, I'm like this, bro. You know what? I would be the complete opposite. I would still go up and shake his hand. Like, here you go. Because I'm like this. I'm not stooping down to nobody's level anymore. I'm a genuine person. I know who I am as a human being, and I'm not stooping to your level. I'm past all that, bro. Mm-mm. I don't got time for that anymore. And I think as you were as a good human being would say, sometimes you just gotta turn the other cheek. And that's just how it's gotta be
Well,
sometimes.
yeah. That's what I'm telling him. Turn the other cheek and tell Kyler Murray to kiss his ass.
Appreciate.
Papa Paul, what you want to do, brother? Well, you got anything else to sit there and speak on? We got about 5 minutes, less than.
let's see. Wednesday night show, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. until whenever. Join us. Be there. Be square. Whatever you want to do. Saturday show is going to be something different.
Yeah, how are we gonna do Saturday show? Please inquire.
We'll probably be at Bow Campers still, or right about getting ready to leave Bow Campers.
Shit, well, the festivities don't start until 3:30, so
Yeah, they go
What
from
time does it end, by the way?
8 p.m.
Okay, perfect. Me and Crypto will be there.
Yeah, it ends at 8 p.m. So that means more than likely the raffle they'll be doing will be around 6 or 6:30 or something.
yeah, I read the shout out to Mark Angelo. He said that he's one of the major planners of Fan Club Weekend. He did say that the festivities start Saturday 3:30 at Bow Campers. They'll
Yeah.
be selling tickets between 4 and 5:30. 5:30 is when the first tickets will be starting to get called.
Okay. Oh, I said about 6. So
Right. So I mean, definitely. I'll sit there. I should have my battery pack with me so I can have my phone charging and I can sit there and go live. And you can go
because
live.
we're gonna have to be outside on the side patio there where people sit back
It's
behind
gonna
them.
I think it's going to be noisy regardless wherever we go, Paul. I
Well,
think that's
back
what
there
it
it's not bad. I've been back there before,
is.
sitting on them benches where we're away from everything a little bit.
Right.
And we'll see. We might just skip Saturday. We'll see how things are
Hey,
going.
listen, it's all good. I mean, we'll sit there and see how things go, because
Yep.
I know for a fact that we'll be seeing a lot of people from everywhere, and we're gonna be wanting to sit there, chatting and definitely chatting and talking to everybody. And I know for a fact that I wouldn't be surprised Stephen D will definitely not Stephen D, Solo D will sit there and be doing his thing. Stephen D might be doing his thing. I haven't sat there and talked to him in a while, but hopefully he'll be coming down for fan club weekend as well. And yeah, man, I'm just looking forward to it, brothers. I really am. I'm just looking forward to seeing all you guys, Mr. Polk. One day we gonna get up, Mr. Polk. One day, very very soon. Trust and believe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
I
agree on that.
definitely want to sit there. And definitely, we gotta definitely chat because I want to definitely chat and meet my brother. That I've been doing the show with for so long, and you're very knowledgeable, and I like what you bring to all of the shows, not just our show, TFTG, CB83, or any podcast that you're on. You bring a different type of analogy, and I definitely thank you for that. So I appreciate you, and I want you to continue keep doing your thing. You are definitely being watched. I watch and listen to what you say when you're up on some of these panels. So definitely, continue to do your thing, and I appreciate you.
Real quick, let's October 25th, Friday, bowling night. East 12 Tailgaters takes over the Alleys. Fan club weekend. $40, $10 deposit. Please RSVP. Includes 2 hours of bowling with shoes, pizza, wings, sodas, and chips. And you can get hold of Maria Carabello, and make your reservations.
Well,
It's
we'll
at-
definitely
Again, bowling. When was that fan club weekend?
Yeah, Friday night. It's Friday night. At Sparez, SPAREZ, 5325 South University Drive, Davie, Florida.
That's not far from where I got my truck from.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll be there. We'll definitely be there. Shake, come on through, Shake. We're not gonna be bowling. I already told Paul. I said I'm not bringing my bowling equipment on this trip. I'm not paying $130 for bags. I'm not doing that.
Oh. So, other than that, I think it's time to say goodnight.
Folks,
Yep.
thanks for coming on. Paul, thank you for everything. Mr. Paul, Shake Money, appreciate you, brothers. Don't be surprised.
Much
Pedro
love.
will have a show tomorrow. Definitely look out for the Q Billy show. And as always, appreciate you. And as always, peace, love, and
Peace,
fins
love,
up.
and fins up, everybody.
Peace, love, and
Later.
fins up.
Y'all have a good night.